This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover extension of TPS for Haiti, bipartisan duo makes last-minute push for immigration deal, mass tech layoffs on H-1B visa holders, Form N-470, asylum rates drop as immigration cases are fast-tracked, Title 42 and what could happen if it ends. USCIS released its FY 2022 progress report. Biden administration considers migrant restrictions similar to Trump policies. Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro N. Mayorkas announced the extension of temporary protected status for Haiti for an additional 18 months, from February 4, 2023, through August 3, 2023, due to temporary and extraordinary conditions in Haiti. Mayorkas also redesignated Haiti for TPS, allowing Haitian nationals residing in the U.S. as of November 6, 2022, to apply for TPS through August 3, 2024, so long as they meet all eligibility requirements. Haitians entering the U.S. after November 6, 2022, including those considering to enter now, are not eligible for TPS. Due to the prolonged political crisis, gang violence, catastrophic earthquakes, and a lack of access to food, water, fuel and healthcare, the U.S. will be extending and redesignating Haiti for TPS. Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Tom Tillis are pushing for last-minute immigration reform before this year ends. The senators have been sharing a plan which they are calling a draft framework. This includes a $25 billion proposal for border security in exchange for a pathway to citizenship for about 2 million Dreamers, who are undocumented immigrants that were brought to the U.S. by their parents under deferred action for childhood arrivals. The plan also requests to extend Title 42 for at least a year until there is a creation of regional processing centers along the border that would be staffed with resources and personnel to help arriving asylum seekers. There has been an impact across the tech industry, causing thousands of workers to lose their jobs at tech companies such as Twitter, Amazon and other businesses. At least 45,000 workers who have H-1B status have been laid off from their tech jobs. An H-1B visa is a temporary work authorization where the individual is only authorized to work for their employer sponsor. The employer is not required to continue to employ the worker for the duration of their visa, meaning the relationship can be terminated by the employer at any time. When an H-1B visa holder is laid off, their status and chance to stay in the U.S. is at risk, and in most cases, the H-1B holder only has 60 days to find another job, apply for another status, or they must leave the U.S. USCIS released Form N-470, application to preserve residence for naturalization purposes if you are a lawful permanent resident who must leave the U.S. for a period of 1 year or longer to engage in qualifying employment and you want to preserve your residence to pursue naturalization. In general, you must have been physically present in the U.S. as an LPR for an uninterrupted period of at least 1 year prior to working outside the country. If you are eligible for naturalization under Section 319 of the Immigration and Nationality Act because you are married to a U.S. citizen working for certain organizations overseas, you are exempt from establishing the naturalization residency and physical presence requirements and will not need to file Form N-470. Fast-tracked immigration cases have been hurting migrants' chances of being granted asylum. Syracuse University's Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse has conducted a research study and found that since July, asylum grant rates have dropped, coinciding with the increase in expedited cases. Fiscal year 2022 had the largest number of individuals granted asylum of any year in immigration court history, yet researchers found that the faster the cases went through the courts, the lower the asylum seekers' chances. Title 42 is a pandemic-era public health policy used to expel asylum seekers from the United States and is set to end on December 21. Analysts and border officials are predicting a surge in border crossing if the policy ends. The Biden administration is discussing ways to handle the surge of migrants at the border. One option the top administration officials are considering is to limit allowing in migrants seeking asylum only to those who were already granted safe harbor by another country they came through, such as Mexico. A coalition of 15 states have brought motions to uphold Title 42 as a border policy, arguing that even the states not touching the border would be negatively impacted by the financial burden of an increase of migrants, along with possible health risks. USCIS released its fiscal year 2022 progress report with new information regarding how the agency has reduced backlogs in certain programs and supported humanitarian missions. The The report details the steps USCIS has taken, such as strengthening its fiscal stability and establishing agency-wide backlog reduction efforts. USCIS has also worked on its humanitarian programs, which were successfully supported by appropriations by Congress in FY 2022. The progress report also demonstrates how furlough notices, a hiring freeze, and drastic cuts to contract staff during the pandemic impacted USCIS' ability to keep up with the continuous flow of applications. The Biden administration has been considering new limits on the number of migrants who could apply for asylum in the United States, which could expand restrictions similar to those put in place by the Trump administration along the border. The Biden administration is now debating whether they implement a new policy which would prohibit migrants who are fleeing persecution from seeking refuge in the U.S. unless they were first denied safety by another country, such as Mexico. The administration is considering this plan if there is a continuous influx of migrants along the border.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.